rundown on the AI stuff. Um, what was interesting? You guys ready for this?
Okay. Hold
Uh-oh.
on. I'm sitting down.
Yeah, okay.
The two most important mindset points from this are Nathan had a quote from somebody from Google years ago when he talking about computers and accountants. He said, computers don't make accountants obsolete. It's accountants who don't use computers will be obsolete. So I think no matter what our professions are here, we're doing SEO. SEO folks who don't use AI are the ones who are gonna to use AI properly are the ones who are gonna be obsolete.
Yeah.
However, AI turns out.
Right.
And so I think that's kind of the way it's going to be with lots of different
Yeah.
industries, lots of different things. So that was one, and then the other big mindset thing is it's all about the prompt.
Yeah.
Really, really good at prompts, and then I guess after that would be continue to refine things and use it to help you work through a problem. And sometimes you have to start over if it goes off in the distance and it's not giving you what you want, start it over again or remind it where you've gone. That's one thing. Another thing is I didn't even realize you can add in plugins to this thing. So you can bring in a plugin that will allow it to go out to the web and process several links that are out there. So you could do all kinds of stuff, even from like a social media perspective. You could tell it, go to my client's website where they've written these 5 blogs and give me 20 social media posts for TikTok that are like A, B, C, and D or something like that. So it can read stuff on the web. So that was really, really, that was good. Another thing you can do is you can have it actually give you, with some of the plugins, you can actually have it give you a diagram. It'll draw a diagram for you. It can create a spreadsheet for you. Download it. CSV. That was really cool.
Um, question, is most of this using Chat GPT, or are there lots of different ones that they were talking about?
Yeah, this was using Chat GPT.
Okay. All right.
And I think one of the things another thing to get out of this is continue to experiment. Because in a lot of ways, I think this is the wild, wild west, and that there's all these different tools out there. I think there'll be some consolidation in the industry at some point. Tool companies will buy others, or Microsoft will buy this tool and incorporate it in, or whatever. So I would say, in a lot of ways, don't get too enamored with some of these tools. I'm trying to kind of stay as much as I can with just plain old Chat GPT, because I know they keep adding capabilities and stuff like that.
I think when I do use a different one is when I try in Chat GPT and I don't get what I want. So then it's like, let me just open this other one up and see if I can use the same prompt. And if I do, then that's good. But so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think another thing is allocate some money to experiment with this stuff.
Yeah.
Try a couple of tools. And if it helps, doesn't. We just did a book club on $100 million leads. That's why I was late, because we had to reschedule it because Larry was sick, and we did it at 10 and we just got done. And one of the things that he talks about is with your tools, he says they try a new tool on something about once a week, try it out, and they see what happens. So why not? Why not spend a little bit of time and energy in trying a couple of these different things out, seeing what helps, and I think realize that you're going to waste your time sometimes, but other times, no. Another method is I think Nathan is probably gonna do Nathan Ingram is probably gonna do a workshop maybe every quarter or something like that. That was my suggestion to him. Do a workshop every quarter on what's changed, or at least a presentation on what's changed. since it's going so rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to keep up. I mean, like, there's just so many changes. So,
Yeah. We have I think one of the things that I talked about, was it, David, was it the last fifth Wednesday where we talked about the DADA funnel?
Yeah.
Delete, automate, delegate, delay / defer, and then attention. I'm thinking right now that funnel needs another step.
Hmm.
In other words, maybe before delegating it, you are using AI to help you.
Oh, dada.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because I tell you, it can speed up and help you do things so quickly. I was doing
Yeah.
I was doing an analysis for a client on what day of the week this is the TARP site, and we are going to be redoing their site, and we wanted to know when is going to be the best day or two where they get the least number of orders, which is the least day of the week. And so we exported all of their stuff to a spreadsheet, and the way the orders were, it was just kind of like a mess. But I asked ChatGPT, give me some formulas to start whittling this thing down, and it didn't take long. Half a day or a day of work to do it was turned into like about a half hour.
one thing that, and I this just to mention, when you said that, it kind of refreshed my memory. When we were at WordCamp Atlanta, I think it was Jenny Munn that was mentioning this, that to realize that when you import data into it, that makes the data public and searchable. Is that right? Were you there, Dave, for that, David?
It wasn't Jenny who did that, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that to just be aware of that when you're uploading, especially client data. It's one thing pulling something from the web and sticking it in or whatever, but just to be aware of that part of it concerns me, and I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, this wasn't like sales data that was
Yeah,
private. It
yeah,
wasn't anything like that.
yeah.
There was one other thing. Speaking of that, one of the recommendations was to give ChatGPT an example of what you want as the output.
Hmm.
Right? So in other words, you would say, hey, I want 10 questions along the lines of how do I improve or I want 10 responses about how do I improve my managerial skills. So one example might be to meet with my team every week. Give me 10 more or something like that. And that helps.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.